Okay. I mean, scenes like this play out in the movie Training Day, right? You had the scene with like, the Macy Gray scene where they show up and they
Right.
take the money, then the shootout happens. Then there was
Right.
like remember the older white guy?
Right.
They end up killing him and then
Right.
pulling his floor out. And then there's all the drug money under
Right,
the
remember
floor. Is this pretty much based on what you guys were doing?
I don't think so. I think they just stole some of the ideas from the FES unit because that was totally different operations I was doing on my own, which was totally more bigger numbers what I was doing compared to that stuff, because that still was being done out there in the unit, but it wasn't as magnified as over here what I was doing with the guys. It's similar. They stole some ideas. In other words, they took some ideas.
Well, this went on for 4 years?
2 years, from 1999 to 2001. 2 years.
Okay, 2 years. And you basically, had hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of drugs, cash, guns,
Weapons, everything.
and some of these things turned violent.
Some of the scenarios everything I tried to do was to avoid violence in the jobs. When I had people give me the jobs, because I started connecting with a lot of people that were either robbed for 75 kilos of coke, so they want revenge, they want money, they want me to get, so they'll connect me with a guy that just got a ton of coke weed so I could rob him, and then he'll get paid off that. And we're more about, let's just get the money and dope and avoid the violence at all costs. And there's times when you beat people up. Yeah, you hey, where's the dope? Where's the money? Slap them around, or you beat them up a little bit here and rough them up. That was at the most that we would do, beat people up.
Well, okay, there's situations where 2 men were shot with stun guns.
Oh yeah, we did that, yeah.
During a robbery.
Stun guns, yeah.
There was a situation where you beat a guy with a police baton.
I did, yeah, that was another one. Yeah, I mean, to me that was not even, that was like...
That was regular.
Regular stuff, yeah, that was
right.
Not a deal.
You shoved a gun in a guy's mouth.
I probably did a few times, but I know what you're talking about on that one. I wasn't there on that one. That's
Okay.
When you're talking about in South Compton.
Okay, wasn't a guy burned with a lighter at one point also?
I wasn't there on that one.
You wasn't there, but you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about because I read the paperwork. I wasn't there, and that to me was like really sloppy. The guy that did that was a sloppy scenario. I wasn't there, and I had just got a fresh surgery on my shoulder in that place. So pretty much I had 28 staples on me, morphine. So I was super doped up, and I didn't do that job. I wasn't gonna go do that job. And the guys that did it, they did their own thing, and I found out after what they did. I wasn't cool with that.
Okay, now, did you know Rafael Perez during this time?
I knew him, yeah, I didn't know him.
Were you guys close?
No, we worked to crash together, and we helped each other out on certain jobs. We worked to crash together, but we weren't buddies. I mean, yeah, when we went to the shortstop to have a little sip here and there, he would be there, we'd all be there, but it was not like I was hanging out with him all the time. No,
Okay.
I wasn't like that with him.
Were you aware of some of the criminal activities that he was doing?
I knew he was doing pretty much all crash unit was doing, but not the other stuff he was doing. That he stole the cocaine and I didn't know about that.
Well, right, because in 1996, Rafael Perez and his partner Nino Darden,
Yes,
you know him?
I know him. Yes,
They shot an unarmed gang member named Javier Ovando, and they actually framed him.
right.
He was left paralyzed and given 23 years in prison.
Yeah, I didn't know about that one till after the case. I did find out about it because Ralph Perez snitched on himself. Yeah.
Right. Well, Perez and Darden basically gave false testimony.
Yes.
Which in turn got the guy 23 years in prison after getting shot and paralyzed.
Right.
And then in 1997, another crash officer, David Mack. You know him?
I know him. Yeah.
Were you guys close?
No, we weren't close, but I mean, I worked around him. I knew who you were talking about.
Well, David Mack and 2 accomplices robbed a Bank of America near USC.
I knew about that one.
And stole $722,000.
Yes.
A coworker of yours in LAPD is robbing banks.
Right.
How crazy is that?
Super crazy.
Okay.
Wild.
And then that next year, Perez was arrested for stealing 6 pounds of cocaine from the department property room.
Right.
And the story around is kind of crazy because I guess originally the theft was supposed to be an attempt to frame this other officer named Frank Liga.
Oh, that white undercover cop, the long haired guy. Yeah.
Right, because I guess Frank Liga shot Perez's friend Kevin Gaines.
Kevin Gaines at the gas station. Yeah.
Right. So they stole 6 pounds of cocaine, worth $800,000. And ultimately he got caught.
He got
and
busted
he ended
for
up cooperating against everybody.
Yes. Making stuff up, and some was true, but he was making stuff up too. But he was pretty much talking about stuff that the department knew that was going on in the crash unit, because it was pretty common practice for the crash unit, and people, they want to look the other way, act like they never know about it. They didn't know about it.